All right, welcome back. Now we're going to cross over. There's a press conference by the ECG, bringing us some updates on some of the things that they've been up to. Let's take a look.
Tariff, customers. The number of companies that had collapsed that we cannot find, in terms of some taking the meters away, and in terms of some of them, the physical locations not present, their total bills put together is about 750 million Ghana cedis. And the last group, which is people who are postpaid customers, who through probably, we want to give the benefit of the doubt. Some of them, it was true. There were demolition exercises. Some of them, some flooding, so those places are no longer existent. Some of them too, we just can't find. They've consumed, but we just can't find them. Their bills come up to about 750 million Ghana cedis. So these are bills that, if probably we are to put in some other efforts or to seek other help, we can actually go out there to see how best we can recoup some of that money. But as of now, that is money that is very difficult to ascertain. But we will do our best. That being said, what is left out there for us to go to collect is exactly around the region of $1 billion, in excess of $1 billion Ghana cedis. So we are still going to do our best to sustain this exercise, and we are going to make sure that the last week of every month would be a revenue mobilization exercise. In the last week of every month, we would also do a Know Your Customer drive to make sure that all customers that we do not know or we know of are captured and are put in our books so that everybody pays what they have to pay. Our revenue assurance team will always make sure that your bills are sent out promptly in the case of the postpaid customers. But I also want to let the good people of Ghana know that we are now developing a billing system that would also check the readings of prepayment meters. We are going to have a unified billing system so that we can make sure that we can tackle the illegalities and the losses immediately. To address the issues of meter shortages, ECG came up with the loss reduction program, which has started in our Accra East District. Meters are available, and those who applied for meters are getting serviced. But it is not moving fast enough because we are dealing with only local manufacturers. In light of this, I'd like to use this medium to tell all the good people of Ghana who have applied for meters to visit our offices immediately for a proper reconciliation. This reconciliation will lead to a new service that we are about to launch. So please, if you didn't use a third-party agent and you did it directly, I would advise you to go back through the same third-party agent and make sure you have the power to come to our office for us to address your issue immediately. The issue is going to be addressed in this form. ECG is about to start, while we wait for the meters to be provided, we'll start a form of a flat rate service for those who do not have meters. There's going to be a proper estimate for that service to be given to you. All those who come to us as new service, now it's no longer going to be a zero that we tell you we do not have a meter, so you can go home and consume where you connect. We are not going to do that anymore. We also want to eliminate the issues of illegal connections. Please, this is the structure. If you know you are consuming power with no recourse to ECG, please visit our office with immediate effect. This is a moratorium. Visit our office. We will set up your account. We will set you up in the system. We will check your premises and we will put you on a flat rate. You will continue paying such a flat rate until your meter is ready and you'll be migrated onto the meter. The moment that is done, your service is now what? Complete. Please and please come to our office, because after the date is given for the next revenue mobilization exercise to take effect, if you haven't done this, all power consumed by you is considered what? Illegal, and is considered as what? Stealing. Please, I repeat, this is a moratorium. visit our office with immediate effect. Let's create your service line. Let's create your account. Let's put you in the system and put you on a flat rate until such a time that your meter is ready. You cannot consume power for free. There's a huge gap that we have to close in the energy sector. And so we have come up with a strategy to collect whatever until such a time that you will be able to have your own meter. If you are a person who has been consuming without a meter, ECG will backtrack you on your flat rate 6 months. The Energy Commission allows us to take only a year. But in this case, we also, as a company going through restructuring, admit that we were part of the problem. So we will start from only 6 months and then we move forward. Please, let's use this medium to address these issues as quickly as possible. Now, through the exercise, we discovered a lot of illegal connections, and there are a few of them that we will take seriously. And through this, we came up with the policy I just announced. In the case of certain customers who are deemed to be of certain pedigrees and characters, they are going to be prosecuted. The issue about you have already paid, when you were caught doing the illegal connection or the bypass, you've paid, doesn't hold. You will still be prosecuted. It's about time we realize that it's not a bypass and it is stealing. So everybody needs to sit up and pay what is due to the Electricity Company of Ghana. With the prosecutions, the utility court is up and running. A few cases have been taken there already, and they are receiving the necessary attentions. Please, we are not going to take it lightly after this moratorium. Anybody who doesn't have a proper account and hasn't, technically, you do not have an excuse to have an illegal connection starting from today. Visit the nearest ECG office and they will assist you to set up your account. Come to your present location and take your coordinates to make sure that you are registered and you are paying your flat rate until your meter gets to you. Finally, please continue to pay your bills. Our Power app is still going through an enhancement. We are receiving traffic. I must admit, we've been having some internet problems from our internet service providers, and we are working hard to switch to a better one or add on to it so that our service becomes dynamic. On the Power app now, you can actually view your bill. We are doing our best to make sure that all those whose information is on our system would be getting an estimated bill monthly until finally we can visit your premises to give you your meter. Let's not forget, for the illegal connections, there's a 6% reward on every single illegal connection reported on. Please, let's do our best to help. The sector needs this. We have to pay the power producers, and we cannot afford to be losing power to people who are consuming the most. Let's do our best, and let's do our civic duties and our responsible duties to close this gap. As I always say, let's not politicize this. The electricity bill doesn't have any party colors. The Electricity Company of Ghana belongs to each and every one of us, and let's do our best to assist. God bless us all. I thank the good staff of ECG. I thank the media for its massive support, and we will continue to work with you through this whole period. Thank you so much for your time this morning. Ghana President Asi, Vice President, Chief of Staff, Ghana Police Service, National Security, Minister Nene, Coordinator Nina, SIGA, Minister for Energy and Ministry for Finance. Edomu nyina asiso mo boa say ye start ye juma 20 to 20. ECG AC krom say amount for the ka 5.7 billion. Ne adwin say be boy homodin ayede akogigi say skani nyina aba. Ye start exercise no obi aboje yeso ECG for ye boy homodin pa ma ye ni mo anya kasa bia ye juma ne be na muso mo boa ye ne etimi gigi ye. Sikani etimi gigi ya yenya out of 5.7 yetimi nje 3.1 billion Ghana cedis. and ye na muni na so nam fam ni hu se companies bi wo ho a omo juma esu sisi aye hu omo biom tama ye set omo up no omo system no aha na no mo aha no sisi omo ni meter ne kra hu and ye check bills a omo so omo woni nyina kosi ho no companies ya mikai omo buru 200 o omo nyina o check omo bills nyina bo mu bewi a and nam 780 million Ghana cedis and on kodan chain no your residential customers omo no wedru baby weja etua ebi mu so ye bubu omo dan because ebi ana waterway and I say flooding and I say your friends saying demolition exercise this and man. A bill I who musisia and soon nam 750 million Ghana cedis. FCC and say I can't bear 1 point something billion. I wa about tell was say beji. Make 1 point something because exercise no could see February. It is bills ni be asaba until was say asa ECG. Ya dream no your best start month ending be your best revenue mobilization exercise. Now month ending ye be yes so your best know your customer because your best GG be details near their building your database no. Eno kodan chain no ECG you decide say every and echo no you be a friend of loss reduction program. Loss reduction program no as such say meter companies, local meter companies no buy or more manufacture ama enya meter ama obia. Ti ebe mia ni enya omo ayedwuma na enya meter so ama obia. Enkodan che ye gitum se ebe din se ebe close sa gap no enimani yai. Enti ye initiate new project be a friend of flat rate. Flat rate ni say obi biara a wo ho a wo use electricity illegal no me pa chojai. Bra ECG office. Ni embe register ni NGO details ni emfa to flat rate enye the same all around the country ya in such a way say baby awo no ebe determine ana enye me wo fi ebe determine there o flat rate ebe mesre say every say ekosi may end na ebe ba abontin no eye moratorium ne de amamo moratorium na say ye de achew obi biara wo wi power bia ye de achew. Because Ubana see register wa, you best start you best calculate 6 months there, near their 2 account no so, near pekwan bi so e dia tete wa kosi se utua current kosi se e dia wie. Mesre se obia be fa sa akwanya iso e dia ko ECG office. Ama ya correcting in dem nyina wa. If you say sa ade we twemu a na ye si dwam biomu a na kire se krono na opeso obo ye mia ye ni say ye betimi ni wa ye adwuma ene ye sade flat rate aba enti wunni excuse enti wa adwum say opeso boy krono de ene ye wo say den ye so ye ma mrane ni wudi ye exercise ni who more than 300,000 illegal connections this year ye besre mu momodian na momra ye office ansa na ya tiasi krum na obi anka say ye tisi krum no ya anye bibia moa ye gitum say meter asembe ye din kakra mesre so say wa bra ye office men mo obi mfa wo ma men yusu obi a ka je so ye middleman na bibisa mesre wa nanti bra so we tua mi sika for meter so a for receipt na ye den na bra wo yusu obi a mesre o sisi an ye mpeso obi begina ye ni wuntem mas one kasankasa bra if you say electricity na oba be consume no wow na wo consume enye nipa foforo na wo so obegina mfifi no se nipa no bossa aka na ye be ba beje wo ho enti memfa wudin embe register ngi meter ma obi if you say se nipa na ntua wo ho ne ye be den ye beje no court no boy any companies bi a omo use electricity omo ntua and omo ye illegal connections ne ade no cases no eguso ekoso me fasa akwanya iso adamu nyina ase ECG app no mun koso an yusu uni smartphone na yusu *226 hash obetimi yusu *226 hash na to verify ECG staffer obeba ofie during revenue mobilization exercise and I say know your customer na ye ba be no mesremo ye tua 6% on every illegal connection be report to amai o report illegal connection mai nipa ni sika ne calculate wi a ne ye gia ye ma 6% wom mesremo Yen nyina yɛmfa saa deɛ we mfa ho ne yɛmfa mmoa yɛ ho efisɛ Ghana ɛyɛ yɛ dia. Besa kasi so say me yɛmfa adeɛ nya amanyɔsɛm. Me yɛmfa electricity bill nya amanyɔsɛm. Electricity bill ne any party color. Electricity bill ne red, gold, green, and black star. ECG ɛyɛ Ghana dia. Mumi yɛmmoa na company no mpɛ to ma pa bi fra. Me dan wasi bebre. Okay.
Because we have only 5 minutes of life. So.
Yeah, my name is Charles. I work for Citi. In your interview with Sanda, you mentioned that the power producers that you have debt obligations towards, that from this amount of money that you have collected, you are going to sort of share around and they are going to receive. You didn't mention that in your address this morning. The issue about meters, what's the real issue with the meters? Is it that the company does not have enough funds to procure them? Because we covered this exercise extensively on our television station, and the issue that came up was that you didn't, because of the meters, the way the meters are not available, the people had to bypass and do these illegal connections. It's because of the availability of the meters. That's why they were doing these illegal connections. So what is the real issue? Is it about procurement issues? Is it that the company does not have the money?
First, I'll address the IPP situation. We are currently in negotiations with the IPPs concerning restructuring of their debt and to find a sustainable way of paying the debt. So I don't want to prejudice the conversations that we are having. We're actually talking about figures and what is going to be done. Now, on the part of meters, as I have said through my interviews, if we had the money, we would have bought the meters. Clearly, we did not have the money. We didn't buy the meters. We are not going to hide behind giving you some fancy story. We are going to be honest with the good people of Ghana. Now we've gone out, we've been able to collect the money. We've settled all our issues with the meter suppliers. Now they are to suppliers. We again admit that there's going to be a gap in the supply. That's why we've come up with a flat rate. So the flat rate is to help us close the gap while we wait for the meter to get to you. In effect, what we were doing that was wrong was that without the flat rate, that means you are consuming at zero. You said it yourself. They ended up doing the illegality. Now we are saying, no need for you to do an illegality anymore. Come and let's regularize you and put you on a flat rate until such a time that the meter gets to you. We are trying to change our operations. We are trying to be operationally smart and to maximize in all the situations we find ourselves in. So we'll just encourage our customers to work with us so that we can close the gap as quickly as possible. So now, not having a meter shouldn't be a conversation that I didn't have a meter X, Y, and Z. You don't have a meter, see us, we'll regularize you, put you on a flat rate, and then at such a time that we can move you off and give you your meter, we go ahead and do that. Thank you.
Okay, please, I would like you to take us through the numbers again. How much did you set out to collect? And then how much have you collected? And then the 750, you mentioned different two categories. And then please let me, because I've done the calculation, there's 5.7 billion, and then the collection, I really need.
We went out for 5.7. No, let's finish the math. We went out for 5.7, okay? But as at the time we're talking about 5.7, if you hold it there, you'll be doing yourself a great disservice. As at the time we're going at 5.7, that was the end of February. Ghanaians were still consuming. So it'll be mischievous on my part to say after that is it. No. So it's something that you deal with estimates and moving forward. You get what I mean? So out of the 5.7, 3.1 billion was recovered. Okay? 780 was for collapsed companies that we can't find. So we have to probably use the law or to get to their receivers who declared bankruptcy to see if there was anything left for the utility company in terms of electricity bills. Now, 750 million of that, after that, it's also people whose buildings, we call them non-SLTs, homes and all of that. Some people have just stopped paying. some people, in believing that the meter belongs to them, moved with the meter. They unplugged the meter and moved it away. The meter doesn't belong to any individual. It belongs to the company. So through all of this, we have lost over 750 million, which puts us now that what we have to now go back out there and collect is 1 billion and more. That's what I said, estimated at 1 billion and more. Because right now we have March bills, we have April bills, and we are now consuming in May. So I will not say I'm stopping at 5.7 and this is a calculation. That would be very wrong on our part. Yeah.
So what kind of help do you also need to retrieve those of the companies that have collapsed?
Yeah, that's what I said. We have to use the law to find the receiver if they actually declared bankruptcy. And then let's not forget to, under the PURC Act, we cannot take money beyond 1 year. Some of them are also caught, we are caught fair and square by that law, so we may not be able to collect some of them too. So out of the 750 and both the 780, at some point we would have to cut our losses and say the law has put a clamp on our hands, so we cannot take that money. And then we'll find a proper way to move forward.
Let's take last one, please. No one. So, how many of these customers, I mean the high usage customers, are facing persecution?
That's a name and shame exercise, which is a different forum that would happen. So please bear with us if I'm not ready to. Some you already know of, that is ongoing. But after everything has been put together by the legal department and everything, that information will be shared before we hit the, what do you call it, utility court. There you go.
Okay, last one.
And so, based on the illegal connections, we've been talking about persons who don't have meters and so they are illegally connected. What about those who have meters but have found a way to still engage in illegal connections?
Sure. So that's what we said, that we are metering all the distribution transformers now. And we said we are giving you a head start to correct all those things, because we know some even did the illegal connections in their walls before the buildings were completed. Again, in metering the distribution transformers, it means we can now do what? We can now calculate what you've consumed against what the transformer is also saying. What we are trying to entreat everybody is that it's not going to be profitable for you to be charged with stealing of electricity. So please, fix that before we come to your house. Don't forget, I said we have also generated a new billing system that even calculates prepaid meter consumption. So don't be surprised when you see somebody in your house saying that he's coming to read your prepaid meter, because he has to read it to check your consumption so far so we can compare it. So please, the prepaid meter is not free from meter reading. It should be read and can be read when we get to you. So please, let's be accommodating of that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No one does illegal connection without the help of
So you are saying nobody does any illegals with
the help of
ECG. So my brother, if you put that at the doorstep that nobody does an illegal connection without the staff of ECG, the question is this. I kept on saying this all through my rounds. It's a moral obligation on all of us. He came, you offered, he did it for you. If you didn't even go to solicit and he came to you, what did you do about it? Did you report him and the person didn't get the requisite punishment? Let's be our brother's keeper. Let's not say because this person is doing Y, so the buck stops here. Let's not do that, please. Let's wipe the slate clean. If there's a bad nut in my house, report it to me and watch how I fix it. If you are the bad nut, report yourself to me. Let me fix it by doing a flat rate for you. But if you don't, and I come to you, guess what? You face the full rigors of the law. But now, even in terms of those who the illegal connections have happened, I will, and I'll say this on air, I will forgive if you would point out who did the illegal connection for you. That's my challenge to you. If I'm to catch you with an illegal connection, or if ECG is to catch you with an illegal connection, if you provide the person who did the illegal connection for you, believe you me, you will walk free. Thank you. Me pese obiati asese prepaid meter, ye ready prepaid meter. enti e ma won ne nya onwanwa se obi beba ofie beka se oba be ready o prepaid meter if you say ye ready meter na ye betimi ye hu o consumption enti mesre every eneko ye billing system no a ready prepaid meter so enti so obi ba ofie so be ready prepaid meter mpacho manokwan enka se o prepaid meter enti o manu ra ho e me ready debi e was say obe ready prepaid meter enti me pesre mo a ye ba ho se ye be hwe meter na kai hunu se mra e ma ye kwan se ye wura ofie ho e be hwe meter no ye besre mommoa ye ne aso yentumi yanya den emoa mo me da se bebre